All right, so there you have it, a tank from the bank. Hey everybody, welcome back to Live to Fish. And if the weather where you're at is anything like Michigan, it has been all over the map, which has led to that post-spawn bass bite to kind of be all over the board. Now it may be tough, but it's not impossible. And I'm gonna show you how I continue to land fish in these tough conditions when Mother Nature can't figure out if she wants to be a cool 50 degrees or she wants to be sunny and 70. And that's coming up right here on Live to Fish. Where we're going to start off on this one is Mother Nature wanted to be a little bit rainy and a lot cold. I started the day off with throwing reactionary baits, and that wasn't getting any bites, so I decided to slow it down quite a bit, and I switched over to a Ned rig. I was throwing the Z-Man Finesse TRD in Coppertree's color, and that was paired up with the Z-Man Finesse Shrooms 1/5 ounce jig head. I will leave a link to all the products I'm using down in the video description below. There we go. I knew they'd be here. Always good for some rock bass right underneath the pier here. All you gotta do is cast right underneath it. Again, this is the 1/5 ounce, and it's the Z-Man Finesse TRD in the Coppertree's color. And it's definitely effective. But they are under there. You just have to cast just like that. Just kind of sling it down, not too hard because of the fact that they have some like retention wires or some kind of construction stuff. I don't even know what you'd call it, but you get snagged on there and then you're in trouble. All right, next day, Mother Nature was back on her meds, and it was going to be sunny and somewhat in the 60s, so definitely warmer than the day before, definitely no rain, and the wind had died down quite a bit. Started out on some top water and then moved to some reactionary baits. Didn't get a bite, so I slowed it down again, and yes, I did. I went straight to the Ned rig. That was a really subtle hit. Very subtle hit. Well, they're definitely out here. They're here. Look a little. Let's get you back in. Right, at this point, I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. Those aren't tanks from the banks. No, they're not. But this one is, and I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to explain exactly what I did to prepare for getting this tank from the bank. Let's go. Well, that's a good largemouth. That's a good looking bass. There we go. Oh. Whoo, look at that. Oh. All right. So there you have it, another tank from the bank. That was on the red angle thick stick. Let's get him back in the water though. Boy, that's a good looking fish. All right, buddy, here we go. Thank you. Okay, as I was saying, I wanted to slow things down a bit, so I went to the small profile of the Finesse TRD by Z-Man in the Coppertree's color. Now again, it wasn't real weedy out there, so I didn't go for the EWG hooks from Parabellum Baits, but again, I'm going to leave a link to all the baits that I use down in the video description below. So I switched over to Red Angle Fishing Products 5.1 inch thick stick in the green pumpkin grapeseed color. Now I wanted a bigger fish, so I had to present a bigger bite. And coming in just shy of being twice the size of the TRD, it definitely fit the bill. Now I threw this on a wacky rig, and what I would do is launch it out there and gave very long pauses before I popped it back on each retrieve. So there you have it. I found what the fish wanted, but to get the bigger fish, I had to present the bigger lures. Oh, yep. Let's rewind that and take a look at that again. Yes, I did have a fish blow up right off to the side of where I cast to. Ooh, man, that stings. All right, it's Friday, so that means it's time for Catches of the Week. This first one comes from Carl, and this is his daughter Sophia catching a big bass. Look at the joy on that face. Carl, thank you for all your support. Much appreciated. And great job, Sophia. And next up is Rich from Owl's Nest Outdoors. Not too often you see a single double. That's right, he caught both of these smallies at the same time. Great job, Rich. You've got to do yourself a favor. Head over to Rich's channel at Owl's Nest Outdoors and check out the footage from this catch. Absolutely amazing how hectic this was and how he landed both of them. Good job, man. And here's Caden Moyer with his great catch. Great job, Caden. Keep up the good work. And my friend Jolie was at it again out at Brandenburg Park. Great catch on that largemouth bass. And speaking of Brandenburg, you probably saw this guy on a previous episode where he did the intro for me. John Burke here with an absolute monster largemouth out at Brandenburg Park. Great job, John. And congrats to Ian King, who got this 27-inch walleye, an absolute monster and his personal best, out on the South Channel. Great job. And don't forget, Catches of the Week happens right here, only here on Live to Fish, every Friday. And if you want to give a shout out, just send it to me at the email address down in the video description below. Hey, it might be a loved one, it might be a relative, might be your own. Either way, you want a shout out, you want to get featured on the channel, send it in. So until next time, be safe, be well, and as always, live to fish. Take care, everybody.